Tobacco, a guide that leads the blind on a false path which ends in precipice. These teachings were brought with Padmasambhava to Tibet approximately 100 years after Buddha Shakyamuni's parinirvana. A Chinese demon maddened with obsession spoke these dying words. Through my body I wish to lead beings of this earth to lower realms. Bury my body intact and eventually a plant, different from all others, will grow out of my remains. Merely by smelling it, people will experience pleasure in body and mind, far more joyful than the union of male and female. It will spread far and wide until most of the beings on this earth enjoy it. Tobacco, opiates, and other intoxicants serve no fulfillment, only to increase nervousness, blood pressure, cancer, and pulmonary disease. Use of these without control bring demonic intentionality. Padmasambhava bound the 9 demonic brothers under oath, though they broke vows. The youngest undermined his commitment and stated, "Brothers, do not despair. I shall manifest myself in the country of China as tobacco. This poison will be called the Black Poison. It will grow in the borderlands of Tibet, spreading until it reaches Tibet. People of Tibet will consume this substance, and by strength of this, the 5 neurotic poisons will increase. People reject the 10 positive actions and instead practice the 10 negative ones. Lives of lineage holders will become precarious, and they will depart from the Buddha fields. The smoke of this poison penetrating the earth will annihilate hundreds of thousands of cities in the Klu. Rain will not fall, harvest and livestock will not thrive. There will be civil unrest, plagues, and calamities. The smoke rising to the sky will destroy celestial dimensions, untimely eclipses and comets will appear. Essential fluids and veins of those who smoke will dehydrate. Cause for 404 diseases will arise. If one smokes and others inhale the odor, it will be as if one were ripping out the hearts of 6 million beings. Beings will replace nourishing food with these evil-smelling substances. They will interrupt what they're doing to consume this poison. They will need to spit, noses will run, and health and complexion will fade. Practitioners will enjoy inhaling the smoke of these plants and sniffing their powder, and the country will be invaded by Samaya, vow breakers. They will be deceived by illusion and experience the arising of obsessive characteristics. As a sign of the exhaustion of merit, they will have causes for tears which flow uncontrollably. The time when people smoke these vile substances is also the time when close friends poison each other's minds. Because of the 5 neurotic poisons, the obsessions, animosities, strife, arguments, and miseries of beings will blaze like an inferno. As the 10 good qualities are discarded, negativity will rage like a storm. Wholesome behavior will be neglected. Perverse practices will be promulgated. Protectors will vanish as demonic beings assume power. People will inhale tobacco smoke, and the spatial veins of discriminative wisdom will become blocked, whilst agitating and distorted emotions become intensified. Central channel will be obstructed and the clarity of awareness dies. Exhaustion of energy will cause global agitation, and perverted ideologies, false religions will spread. The protectors will turn aside and look only towards Mount Meru. Foreigners will invade Tibet, and Tibetans will be forced to stray into the borderlands. Doctrines of illusion will spread, and the world will become a dimension of hell. By smelling these odors, grasses and leaves will spring from demonic blood. One will find oneself in Vajra hell. Tobacco aggravates all 5 neuroses. It will originate in China, and wherever it travels, it will be consumed. Rainfall will become irregular, accompanied by severe frost and hail. If a practitioner consumes this substance, even were they to practice for 100 eons, they will not realize their yidams. In future lives, they will wander incessantly in the 3 lower realms, where even the compassion of the Buddhas have no power to help them. Those who use tobacco will be disturbed by demons and victim to malevolent maledictions. They will see inauspicious signs in the region. Sacred sites will diminish in inspirational quality. Sanction of Dharma will vanish. Demons will invade the center, seizing thoughts. People will die from unknown disease. Medications and remedies will lose power. There will be a suffering of famine. The root of bodhicitta will wither. 5 passions will increase. The light of self-awareness will be hidden. Buddha's pho will have no effect at death. Practicing will yield no result. Power of Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha will not prevail. Avoid tobacco and its derivatives, clothes and drink of those who smoke. May all beings spontaneously enter the non-dual state. Use of this substance will also cause backaches, blood, lung, and liver infection, teeth to blacken and loosen, limbs to weaken, eyes to weaken, memory loss, a disgusting smell, sudden death. The sky will sometimes darken to blood red. Rays of sun and moon will be obscured. Stars will shift and new stars will appear. Dust storms will become prevalent. Earth will lack nourishment. Crops and fruit will not ripen in due season. Elements will become enemies. Irregular rainfall. Drought will burn like fire. Earthquakes will proliferate. Famine will arise due to greed. War will arise due to the fire of anger. Avoid this poison at all costs. May all beings avoid tobacco and its derivatives. And Padmasambhava said, ignoring this truth will seem like swimming against a river. The words of Padmasambhava are not spoken to deceive. Take heed. Follow these advices and give tobacco up now, for happiness cannot thrive amongst this plant. May all beings avoid tobacco at all costs. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Padme Hum.